came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Revachol. It's a...
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should, but you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually...
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officer.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all.
Not sheep, ostriches. Actually, neither ostriches or sheep bury their heads in the sand. It's just a saying.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books, huh? People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority. The problem? The damn Kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other...
Cultural victory? What is this then?
It's what the Kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race. Don't push your luck, Runt.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market.
Looking for something, Runt? Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's... The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Look, as detective. I come from a long line of lorrymen. Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges. Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very... Hell no. It's a guild. Invitation only. Unions... Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck 'em right up. Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza. Safre. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight. So they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage. Not in, not out.
So you're telling us...
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaky...
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about... Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the whirling in rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that he's a kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road to science, man. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he just follows the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
Yes, yes.
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sealang's usually a little bit south of here. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard.
Guess so.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles. Their logo is the bloodless rose.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma. I don't know. Let's see. I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising. No, sorry. I'm not like a doctor. St. Baptiste, you know. St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells...
She is right. Saint Baptiste, the company, derives its name from Saint Baptiste, the city. Itself so named.
Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath the packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed.
What is what? If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more difficult. The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
No. You need tear to use the tear machine.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol.
Guess not, no. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that. No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says. Welcome to Frit.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got like...
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you. She pops her raspberry-flavored bubble, her shoulders tense. She shuffles. The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half.
I don't know. Frit? A 7 to 11 grocery store? I think they think that the extra tea makes...
The story goes that normal fritta with 2 T's are meant...
Okay. I'm not really... I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but... Not really. No. I didn't know him at all. I don't know, really. I don't...
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer. And have you found anyone to be sweet to? You rascal. I'm too... You must forgive me. I'm getting so... I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Yes, dear.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
No, dear. I'm not quite that old, although I was injured in the line of duty. Nothing so extravagant, dear. Though what young girl doesn't dream of soaring over a I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere. I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated. That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know. Whatever do you mean? Ah, yes. Probably Roll With Me by the Fletchers. People often quote the Fletchers at me. Of course, dear.
Yes?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, delicate and fragile. They feel these are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
It's clearly some manner of super armor.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fairweather. Fairweather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
A small bell-like sound fills the air.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what they cross. The smooth, glossy surface fractures. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50, 100, 1000.
Good. Can you read it to me?
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us. That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay. Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford. It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabulary is for a full set, about
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 rial, unadjusted for rank.
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them? Of course.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range.
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form. The stench fills your nostrils. As you push,
Stop!
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Stop obsessing about your sexuality, officer. You are about to seriously compromise.
indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? How many clues do you need? You already found a number. There's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his butt.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. All right then, you can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you collected? Of course there aren't. Don't be naive.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso covered. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged poly. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt. Big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? Then you should ask me the first moment we get. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you?
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus.
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it.
So am I.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword.
A Trigger Sunshine.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices.
Shit, Kuno! What the f-
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass.
In case we need it. It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute, his eyes are milky white, and dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The corpse is dead silent.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an...
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its... As you narrow your eyes, this is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in... Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin.
The monster comes back into focus and explodes.
So, what do you think? I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our job.
Stop talking and...
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first. I agree.
His personality.
Totally dead. That sounds about right, yes.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen...
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram.
The fuck he said?
Talking about shit.
Maybe.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and...
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique...
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect.
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda. But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Climb up there and saw the branch? There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees. Someone else?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
No. Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Yeah, bang bang time.
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch, that's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes.
Yeah, now we're
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
I'll blow his head off.
Take it.
Yeah, take the shot.
Silence. With and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of
God damn it.
Fucking idiot.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in.
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with them. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You're back. Good, on the contrary, officer. There are yet camioneers you have not talked to. And don't look so...
They must have someone in an overlook.
I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects. That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat stay on this. I hope there is something else I can help.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the... The door rattles against your... The door rattles again, but
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside. Ha! The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No. Go check the backyard door. Maybe...
backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Madame, I assure you.
There is no reply. You see a young man on a balcony.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run. My name?
That's definitely not his real name.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an
We will remove the body as soon as possible.
Oh. You're to ask...
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more...
Last week? I don't know. Look.
It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life.
You didn't answer the question.
I had a friend. It was my Sunday friend.
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the dull and darkening sky, the neighboring window...
No. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind... For a moment, the man on the balcony...
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, it's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to. He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone. If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
A stone, like any other. There's a key beneath it.
This must be for the front door. Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments. We'll just have to go in and see.
no shame.
René, you're a man with a...
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game. This felt wrong. Wrong like...
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw.
Your muscle memory knew what to do and went for it. But there were gaps. It felt like you were going for a thrust or a lunge. There was definitely gonna be jumping. Maybe you scored a point, but this is a fiasco.
What are you talking about? You just...
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass? Probably because those rooster pants are squeezing you senseless.
Look who's talking. That cockatoo uniform must...
Yes, officer. What do we need from this gentleman?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, in Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting... no! It was left by... Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just... Sadly, no. It was the foreigners should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist...
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
This place is a damn beachhead, son. They had to... Yes, the military coordinate... Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where
Blood Ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Damn right, son. They lit the fire. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a mon...
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition...
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone...
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
I'm just so damn sorry it had to be the coalition. I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume. Instead, all that is just... This is just what the commies wanted. This was the plan all along. This, it doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller.
A true king in both blood and might.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking.
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we... Ah, yes!
Oh, absolutely.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be, decisively. without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. A nation is only as strong as its leader.
Don't get started on that again.
The Carabiner doesn't reply.
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the plot.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine, for clarity of vision.
Of course. Clarity of vision.
Philip III was even brought into this.
He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
From what I've seen of the officers of the Elysium... right.
The bow collector. It's early in the morning. The world is dark. All around you, rain fall. The spring thaw must be here. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat. Grey sky like great battleships. Your shirt sticks to your chest. You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
This Post Lavatorie mail collection box. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8. The box seems eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also. The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even, and then suddenly you see it over all the other. You see several packaged.
Here you go.
Lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it on.
There he is, in front of Rita.
Looking for something, Aunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of... Just follows us, man.
Yes.
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sealang's usually a little... He's tribal.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Guess so.
Yes? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic. It's a part of the world, officer.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state, west.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière. That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome. What do you mean? I have no idea.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
What? Think?
The lieutenant produces his familiar. We all have our different mediums. His is...
No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but it's like you're locked down.
Something the matter?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his... The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you...
Good. Let's change the subject.
You see a heavy steel door with... The fan stands still.